Hello, welcome to a world building sort of writing vlog as I try and get through the second act of my book. I have 20,000 words in my new project so far as I wait for my first project to come in printed. It's a fantasy, so there's a lot of world building. This is my project notebook, and I have quite a bit in here. I've been doing a ton of this today. Last night, I don't know why I didn't start filming earlier, but last night I did a ton of plotting where I added some more conflict in and stuff that a book needs, obviously, which was great. These are my plot cards. So I had this is my plot for this story. This is my plot for Project What, the one that I'm getting printed out. It's about maybe 2/3 size, maybe 3/4. And beforehand, it was like a half. So I added a ton of conflict in here. Put this back. A ton of different notes, just things. The time lapse you just saw was me drawing the title pages for each of the 6 objects that my character has to deliver to people. Originally, I'll show the first one called Page, because it's a page in the book. In a book, not the book. Originally, this is what the title page looked like for Page. And to fit with the whole like fantasy vibe, I changed it to look more like this. So I've done 3 out of the 6 so far, and I'm going to finish them probably tomorrow because now it's 11:40. I am going to do some last minute review for my AP test, which is actually tomorrow. So that is happening. I am going to start my review right now, and then I'll hopefully pick up on the world building once I'm done. Hello, it is the next day. Obviously, the sun's out. I wasn't able to work yesterday on my story because I finished studying for my test, which is today in an hour and a half. I finished studying for that at like 2 in the morning, and I was like, I need to wake up at a decent time tomorrow, so I have to go to sleep. So I finished studying and just passed out, and now I'm back, and I just cut out some pictures for my characters, and these are all different characters, if you're wondering. It's not all one guy, but these are here for me for when I check in to the AP and then wait for the test to start, so I can just glue them all in and maybe do something, you know, nice and calm and relaxing before I take my AP test. But now I'm gonna go eat because I haven't eaten yet today, and that's probably a bad idea. Okay, I ate, I'm back, and I'm waiting for my AP test to start. I logged in and I have 15 minutes, so I'm gonna do the little character sheets while I wait and hopefully calm down because the server was crashing if you went from the website. So I checked Twitter and they said to go through your email, which is what I did, and now I'm logged in. So I'm gonna do character sheets. And that's it. That's it. I only had to add 4 characters in here. And I don't have the details and stuff yet, but just like these. Well, I guess this, because that was a city or a country. Okay, now I gotta go take my test. My test is done. I'm done. School is out for the summer. Technically, I still have things like math and stuff, but I probably won't do it. I didn't need my notes and stuff. This is for the test, but I didn't need my notes or my book, which was epic. I wasn't intending on using them, but I did have them both open to the spots that I thought I'd need them, and they didn't, so now I can get to the writing part of this vlog, because apparently it's an AP vlog now. Let's get world building. Woo! Okay, I have my iPad here open to Procreate. And I'm gonna finish the little title pages for the sections of the book, because I'm halfway done with them. Yeah.
Why are you playing a video of a timer? Isn't there Google timer you can use?
You're dumb.
Look at the video.
You is dumb, my guy.
There's a timer on the video and you are working to the video.
Please leave me alone.
Like his brother.
Writing, not writing.
Ricky, come get in this.
Why?
Do you want to be YouTube? Flip it for, aw.
Stop it!
Wow, incredible.
Ricky, you're literally just circling. They're non-existent bullets. Life hack. If you can't turn the barrel because it hurts your finger, just get a new gun.
Hello, hi. I have not been writing. I was gonna lie and say I have been. I did write. I wrote for an hour and a half, like an hour ago. I did like a sprint. I have the 4-step and I set it for the max, which was 2 hours. And I finished a chapter. I don't know how many words I wrote then, but I finished a chapter and it has 3,000 words in it, which is very good for me, because usually my books have very short chapters. That was chapter 12 for me, of 24 so far. I'll probably add a few once I get there and be like, oh, that has to be split up or something, but so far there's 24 chapters and I just finished chapter 12. So if I went strictly by word count alone, I have 22,000 words right now. So if I just, since I'm halfway through, and if I just doubled my word count for this novel, it would be 44,000. My goal is to get 75,000, which I don't know if it'll work, because I'm already so far into the story and I only have 22,000 words. But I'm pretty sure, I haven't revised it all yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm an underwriter, for sure, because when I don't know a scene, I just summarize it, and I'm like, later me will know what to do. I'm back on a replay of one of Kate Kavanaugh's live sprints, which was actually from earlier this morning, but it was like 4:30 in the morning when it went live, so I was asleep. But I'm gonna try and use this to get through chapter 13, y'all, because I want to get through chapter 12 and 13 today. In fashion with this book, because it is very, very heavily plotted, I'm going to plot out this chapter because it takes part in a palace at a sort of ball, royal function thing, and my secondary character, is that a thing? My secondary character is gonna like start the party, you know, start it, because everyone's all stiff and royal and professional, and then my secondary character is a pirate and she likes to have fun. So she's gonna start the party in spite of my main character, and I need to figure out how that's gonna happen. So that's what this first sprint's gonna be, I guess. Okay, we are halfway through the sprint, basically, and I got it all down. Got the whole thing. There's a lot of highlighting because I wanted to make sure I knew where the different points were. And my arrows don't really look like arrows, so I mean, like, look at that to that, like that. That's the closest arrow I've got, but like, it's writing. Woo! Okay, I wrote the first little scene, I guess, of chapter 13. It's 250 words, which is very nice. It is I wrote the first of 12 points that I want in this chapter. And I think I'm just gonna call it, because I just don't feel like it right now. Like, I look at it and I'm like, no. So I'm gonna call it for tonight and read Riser. I've held that really weird. I'm on chapter 3, I think. And there's only 7 chapters in here, which I think is crazy. I cannot make my chapters that long. Like, Project What? It's a very good name, I promise. Project What has 30 chapters in it, and it's 60,000 words. 63,000 words. Okay, I'm gonna call my writing for tonight. Hopefully I'll finish chapter 13 tomorrow, and I'm gonna read. See you later. Okay, hello. It is the next day. It is almost 3:30. I'm saying it's almost 3:30 because at 3:30 I have to vacuum the house. That's just what it is. But I have 10 minutes until then, so I'm going to do some writing. I will say this. While I was downstairs eating and writing, I put down the first few sentences of my what I assume will be my NaNoWriMo novel, as in November NaNoWriMo, because for July I will be working on draft 2 of Project What, and I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about my NaNoWriMo project for a while. It's like a spin-off with some of my characters from Project What. It's completely for me. It's a book that I'm writing for me. I'm not intending on selling it anytime soon. Well, any of my books, but I'm not intending on publishing it. It's just for me. It's a spin-off with certain characters. from that book, not the main characters. It's 2 side characters that I have in there. They and it does involve a virus or like a disease sort of thing, which is, you know, a little topical, but I did have this idea before this all went down. So it's called Project Glass, and I have 3 or 4 sentences in it so far in chapter 1. Going back to what this video is about Project Glass. It's dual wielding pens, but I have 12 little points that I want to hit, and I've hit 2, so I'm gonna start hitting the 3rd one. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go clean, and then I'll get back to it, because my goal today is to finish chapter 13. It's gonna be a long chapter, or I might split it in half. I don't know. That's the whole thing. It is 11:30 p.m. I have not written at all since whenever I talked last. I don't know when that was. But instead, I drew my little baby character. Turn this off. I drew her on my laptop, actually, because I have this super cheapy little tablet. And I was like, I want to get used to it again so I can make better book covers and stuff. And I drew her. I started at like 4 and it's 11:30 right now. I did take breaks, mind you. But maybe like 2 hours of breaks. So all other time mostly was spent drawing. Now I'm gonna try and write because I finished this, and now what am I to do, you know? Yeah. One thing I can say about this story though is that it's been really fun to come up with and write. I have 23,000 words in it so far, which is crazy because I've only been writing it for 2 weeks. And I've just been flying through it. This is like, right here is the only time I've been like reluctant, I guess, to start writing, because it's supposed to be a very tense and chaotic chapter, the whole chapter, and I just don't know how to go about doing that. So I've written up to just like right before everything starts happening, and I'm gonna try and force myself through it right now. Okay, hi. I'm about to get in bed and go to sleep, or maybe watch YouTube, but I got, maybe in that hour, I mostly just kind of sat around. Let's see. I got like a page, maybe? 613 words in that hour. So obviously, not the best, but I did get words down. I'm gonna go to sleep, and tomorrow will be my last day of filming because my printed copy of Project What is supposed to be coming in, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Why are you pulling on her tail?
I'm trying to get her attention. Let me see. Go on, go see.
Just an update real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Please don't fart.
Don't follow Grace, Grace. I'm gonna let her be. I finished the world building I need for this section, and I'm gonna write it up a little better on Google Docs. Calm down! Okay, so I wrote it down, the summary of it, but I'm gonna make it a little better in Google Docs. That's all I wanted to say. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Ricky, you wanna say hi? So, I turned my notes into book excerpts for my character to read. Very cool. Hello, welcome. Welcome. This is the last clip of the video, but welcome. Today was quite productive writing-wise. I got my book in. My draft 1, and being incredibly smart, I forgot to put in the page numbers, so I wrote them all in there, which was fun. I also, in the book that I'm currently writing, called Project Quest, I wrote like 3.5 chapters today, which is crazy. I wrote about 5,000 words today over 3.5 chapters, 3 chapters. I just started chapter 16, but I got almost 5,000 words today, which is great, and I learned that today, if this was NaNoWriMo, as in November's NaNoWriMo, I would currently be on track, because it is the 14th, and actually I'd be ahead, but it's the 14th, and I'm at 27,000 words, so if this was November, I would be on track for my NaNoWriMo, for the NaNoWriMo goal, but it is May, so NaNoWriMo in May, I guess, why not? I also wrote fake excerpts from books that my character reads in order to build the world a little bit, which was very fun. I described it to my sister as writing a research essay on things that don't exist, which I also realize is what fiction basically is, but that's what I thought of it as. Lots of writing, lots of world building. That's what this vlog is about, obviously, but it went pretty good. I am surprised, because halfway through this, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it got there. It got there. So, I'll see you guys in the next one, I hope, unless you don't like me. That's fine, but see y'all. Peace.